Do you ever feel like you don't have what it takes? That you just don't have what you need to make it through this life with real peace or joy in your heart? That you don't have what it takes to feel that you're truly forgiven, that your guilt is gone? I'd like to share with you a true story of something that happened to me when I was a young girl. And my mom took my two younger brothers and I to the store and allowed us to buy a toy. And after we had done that, we were waiting in line to check out at the cash register. And I will never forget this. And now I know it's because God wanted me to be able to use this story to share an important truth. I'll never forget that there were two people in line in front of us. There was a boy standing there, a young man, and he had on a dirty t-shirt with some rips in it. He had on a pair of jeans with holes in them. His hair was messy, and he just looked like nobody really took good care of him. And behind him, there was an older lady, and she was leaning on a cane. Now, when that boy got up to the cash register, all he was trying to buy was a pack of gum. And he laid that pack of gum down on the counter, and the teenage cashier said to him, "That'll be 25 cents. That young man started digging through the pockets in his jeans until he came up with only 2 pennies. That's right, he actually laid down on the counter only 2 cents. And the young cashier looked at him without much emotion at all, and she just said, "I'm sorry, but that's not going to be enough." The young boy looked devastated. But just about that time, the older lady behind him leaned off her cane and snapped open a pocketbook. She reached in that pocketbook and pulled out what looked like a brand new, crisp $1 bill. She took that dollar bill and she laid it over top of the young man's 2 pennies. She looked the cashier straight in the eyes and said this, "That ought to just about cover it." That young man looked back at that lady. He smiled as big as he could, and he went off, happy as could be with his pack of gum. I want to tell you something. You and I are that young boy. We're standing in the line of life, and we do not have what it takes to purchase our own forgiveness and peace of mind. We don't have what it takes to purchase the strength that we need to make it through life. And we certainly don't have what it takes to buy our way to heaven and eternity with God. And just about the time we're ready to give up and throw in the towel and walk away with nothing, we turn around, and there stands Jesus Christ. He doesn't pull out a $1 bill, but he holds out his nail-scarred hand. He puts that nail-scarred hand right in front of us, and he looks the devil square in the face and says this, "This ought to just about cover it." And my friend, you and I, we walk away free. We walk away with everything paid for that we need to be forgiven, to be right with God, to be on our way to heaven, and to have all of the hope and strength and joy we need to make it through a difficult life, a difficult world. Why? Because Jesus paid the price. I urge you if you've never fully trusted in him, to trust in him today as your Savior. And if you already do know him, I urge you to think through this story and remember the reality that Jesus has covered you. Everything you need is yours through Christ.